Waiting on some additional discovery and video from the state, asking for 416.
416.
And that's all I have, Your Honor.
Thank you. Can I ask the state, y'all just make sure you give Mr. Snell those two names for vet court in case he doesn't already have them.
For Mr. Shaw and
Miss Van Valen. Van Valen. Mr. Durrell? Morning.
May it please the court, Dustin Durrell. Your Honor, my first client today is Mr. Jesus Maldonado, asking to leave him set without subpoenas, Your Honor.
Okay, 4-2 without.
Next is Mr. Preston Mann, asking for a continuance in Mr. Mann. I do have discovery. I'm about halfway through the videos in that one.
Okay, 416.
And last for me, Your Honor, is Mr. Jay Trainer. I know this one's a little old, but he just retained me. Again, I do have discovery. I'm watching videos on that one. If I may have one last continuance, we should be ready to go next cycle.
416.
And, Your Honor, I did also notice Miss Dudley on the docket. I contacted her today. I guess it's a Mr.
I told her she didn't have to come, but
I did just want to make sure I saw her on the docket, so I just wanted to confirm. Apparently, he's already paid the citations.
yeah, remind me his name though, so I can go ahead
It
and take
is
care of it.
Mr. Thomas, Javias Thomas.
Yes, so Mr. Javias Thomas pled to a CT case, I believe, and the TRs were not addressed, is that right? So do you know the CT number, Angie?
Yes, 24 for the CT number,
Mm-hmm.
24 CT 2228.
So the court,
Miss Dudley tells me he already paid the citations, Your Honor. I don't know how we can, she was planning on asking for a merge and dismiss, but was unaware he had already paid the citations. I don't know what we can do with that, if anything.
let's double check that.
Okay.
I heard, that's what I heard too, but
Check both.
I'm still going to dismiss with payment, which will help his CDR at
Thank you,
least,
Your Honor.
since he pled to the other.
Okay.
But he
Much
won't get his money back.
appreciated.
So, okay,
And I believe that's all I have.
thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Flowers?
Judge, good morning.
Morning.
On Mr. Shaw's cases, Judge, beginning with Caden Mills, it's my understanding that motions, stipulated motions were filed, and I don't know if you've seen those.
I have, and all of his cases have been continued to 416. Thank you.
Very well, thank you, Judge. That was the request, and I think he's spoken with the state about that. Judge, on number 25, Victor Marsh, I'm asking that go on 416 also. You are highly likely to receive a resolution in writing prior to that, but because we're going to be here 416 anyway, we're going to try to put all our cases on at the same time, if that's okay with the court.
Sounds like a plan.
Final matter is Kenneth McCullough, which is number 26 on the docket I have, and I'm asking for the same thing.
416?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is that all?
Judge, I think that's all the cases that we have. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Howe?
Good morning again, Your Honor.
Morning.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you. Your Honor, I'm here on behalf of Mr. Stuckman.
Okay.
Your Honor, back in February, we consolidated this case. It's
Okay.
2025 CT 257. And what was consolidated with it was, or into it was 2025 TR 911 and 912.
Kinda. Yep.
Oh, is that? I'm
Yes.
sorry? Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Your Honor, we've got an offer from the state, and we've agreed. So, Your Honor, I'd like to enter an oral plea unless if I guess we...
Is he here?
No, ma'am.
Orally, I need him to at least appear by Zoom. But if you have a written plea, I can take that.
Okay, so with that, Your Honor, then I guess what I would request is a continuance.
Sure.
And we'll get it resolved this week.
You want 4-2 or 416?
416, please, Your Honor.
Okay. 416. And can the attorneys approach on Mr. Stuckman, please?
398-5389. Hi, I'm Michael Gilbert, defense attorney with Warrior Law. I represent those accused in Santa Rosa, Okaloosa, and Walton County. If you or anyone you know has been accused of a crime, give us a call. We can help.
Hello, this is Chris Norman at Bulldog Bail Bonds. Our office is in Crestview, Florida, but we service 7 Northwest Florida counties. If you ever find yourself in a jam, please give us a call. We're here to help you out.
Congratulations, Crestview's very own Dixie Dan Powell of Powell Injury Law, for your recent jury verdict of
was that other case, sir?
$11.5 million for your client from a death and injury against...
CF 300, Mr. DeFore.
Well, if it's regarding vet court, meaning you're hoping to get it placed on the vet court docket?
Yes, ma'am, and I'll be here tomorrow for that.
Okay. Who's the trial judge now?
Your Honor, I thought it was you.
Not, well, so it's going to originate in a regular criminal docket, so Stone, Clark, or Oberleeson? So I can't handle it on my regular misdemeanor docket, but tomorrow I can handle it in vet court. And I think you requested to come to staffing, which is very appropriate, and I would love to see you there.
Perfect.
Okay,
We'll do it then.
thank you.
Thanks, Your Honor.
Mr. Gilbert?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Morning.
One case, Jeffrey Redding in 24 MM 3004. We have a waiver on file. I'd like to leave that set for a plea, and what I'm hoping to do is get a written plea in by Friday. He lives in North Carolina, and I'm talking to probation about all that, but
So 416, and you'll get that worked out for me?
yes, Your Honor.
Sounds
Yeah, it's
good.
been a
Anything
while.
else?
Nothing else. Thank you.
Have a good day. Ms. Reed, also covering for Mr. Gates.
Hi, good morning, Judge.
Morning.
Yes, I am also Cassie Reed. I'm covering for Mr. Gates. I believe he advised the court last cycle that he would be out of town this week, but I'm covering for him today. Your Honor, the first case I have for Mr. Gates is Garrett Meyer, 25 CT 99 and 25 TR 427. There is a waiver on file. I believe Mr. Gates and Ms. Sharpless have been in conversations and are discussing this case, and he's requesting a one-cycle continuance.
That's correct, Your Honor.
416?
Okay. Next case, Your Honor, I have is Bradford Ryan Porter, 24 CT 3029 and 24 TR 13923. There is a waiver of appearance on file, and Mr. Gates is requesting a one-cycle continuance.
What's his last name?
Porter.
Porter. I heard Ryan.
Right.
416 for Mr. Porter.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Oh, Brian's his name.
And then the last case, Your Honor, I have for Mr. Gates is Rashawn Mathen Smith, and that's 24 CT 2252. We recently received videos from the state, and based off of those videos, Mr. Gates is drafting and filing a motion to suppress regarding a lack of probable cause for the arrest, and so he's asking for a one-cycle continuance.
416.
Okay. And then, Your Honor, may I approach with the state on a matter that was a
Yep.
matter from Mr. Gates?
an inflatable amusement company, recognized in 2017 as one of the top 100 civil trial lawyers in the state of Florida, and Dixie is AV preeminent rated. Dixie Dan Powell works tirelessly for his clients, as is evident by this extraordinary verdict. If you're taking your case to trial, be prepared. contact Dixie Dan Powell and Powell Injury Law. 850-306-2667.
Back Home Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
Hello, I am Bonnie from Body Be Health.
Yes, moving on to my cases, Judge. The first case I have on the court's docket is John Malley, 24 MM 4103. There is a waiver on file. Your Honor, if we could just set this case for docket day. Ms. Sharpless has provided a deferred prosecution agreement, so that just setting it for docket day for status, it should fall off the court's docket.
4-2 without?
4-2 without. And finally, Your Honor, I have Adam Stringfellow, 24 MM 3917, waiver on file. The state and I have agreed to a pretrial diversion, and that I just got the finalized paperwork this morning, so set that for 4-2 status without, Judge.
4-2 without.
Awesome. And that's all I have. May I be excused?
Yes.
Thank you. Y'all have a nice day.
You too. Mr. Novotny? Good morning.
Your Honor. Sorry. Good morning, Your Honor. Galen Novotny on behalf of Matthew Schneider, Your Honor. He is present before the court. Your Honor, Mr. Schneider is prepared to resolve his case. He's charged with first offense DUI with blood alcohol in excess of 0.15. The state has agreed or stipulated to a plea to a simple DUI.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Under a .15?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is it first offender minimums?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. Mr. Schneider, raise your right hand for me. Do you swear or affirm your testimony will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? To the state?
And also to add cost of investigations to Niceville Police Department of $105.72.
72?
72 cents, yes, Your Honor.
Say it again?
$105.72.
Yeah, okay, that's right. All right, please tell me your name and date of birth.
It's Matthew Schnari.
Schnari, sorry.
That's all right. April 21st, 99.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No.
Do you understand that by entering this plea, you give up your right to a trial where the state would have to prove that you are guilty?
I do.
And if for any reason you are in the country illegally, any plea could affect your immigration status to include deportation, if it applies. Have you had enough time to speak with your attorney?
I have.
And you're satisfied with his representation?
Yes, ma'am.
Do the parties agree to a stipulated factual basis?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, I will accept your plea of no contest as freely and voluntarily entered. I will adjudicate you guilty and place you on probation for 11 months and 29 days. During that time, you must pay a $500 fine, $476.73 in court cost, a cost of investigation to Niceville Police Department in the amount of $105.72, and cost of supervision monthly at a rate of $55 per month. You must enter into and complete DUI school, 1 session of the Victim Impact Panel, and 50 hours community service. Your license will be suspended for 6 months and your vehicle impounded for 10 days. The court has no objection to a hardship license. You'll be eligible for that once you sign up for DUI school. Have you already done it?
I'm in it right now.
You're in it right now. So take your certificate to the DMV, show them you're signed up. I have no objection to a hardship license. But as of this moment, your license is suspended, so I'm sure you got a ride here. Just know that. So if you already have a hardship license, you will have to get reinstated, is my point. Deputy will take your prints, and then he'll give you a QR code for probation, and you'll be good to go. Yes, ma'am.
The state has no objection to buying out at the statutory rate for the community service.
And you can buy out those community service hours. Probation will talk to you about how to do that.
Your Honor, just a couple of things. One, Mr. Schneider is employed in the state of New Mexico. He traveled back here. I would ask if he could report to probation remotely after he gets signed up.
I have no objection to that, but I want you to go meet with them in person initially since you're in town to get that started.
And, you know, two other things. One, if the court would be so inclined, I have an order of reinstatement on the hardship. I would ask that the court would be entertained and sign that, as well as an order just finding that the blood alcohol level was below 0.15, if I may.
Perfect. I'm happy to sign these, but no, you're still going to have to go to the DMV. They have far more power than I do. And the state is filing an amended information with the lower alcohol level, I'm sure?
And we're Filing and admitted information, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, anything else?
That's all I have, Your
Mr.
Honor.
Schnari, they'll take your prints, give you a QR code, you're good to go.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all I
Thank
have. May I be excused?
Ms. Gooden? Good morning.
Cheryl Gooden. The first one we have is Kyle Metz. Your Honor, he should be on Zoom.
Mr. Metz, are you with us on Zoom? I think he's trying to unmute now.
And Your Honor, we do have a pretrial diversion agreement signed.
Yes, I'm here.
All right, Mr. Metz, I have a pretrial diversion agreement, and you've gone over that with your attorney?
Yes.
Okay.
Your Honor, there's a small issue. This is with a plea, and we don't have the written plea agreement that indicates that if he doesn't complete this agreement, it's going to be directly to sentencing. So I don't know if that's something that the court would entertain him, the court taking an oral plea. But the issue is that there's no paperwork indicating that that was the agreement. So
How come? Okay. Did the state comply with Marcy's law and contact the victim about this?
yes, Your Honor. Okay. Comply with Marcy's law.
Mr. Metz, can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear or affirm your testimony will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Put your hand down. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Kyle Metz, December 17th, 1990,
Are you under the...
or 1971. Sorry.
Okay. Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No.
Do you understand by entering this plea, the court will defer the sentencing if you successfully complete the pretrial diversion agreement that you've entered into with the state, the charges may be dismissed. If, however, you are unsuccessful, the court will immediately proceed to sentencing, and you may be sentenced to the statutory maximum, which in your case would be 11 months and 29 days. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. I will accept your plea as freely and voluntarily entered. Submit the pretrial diversion contract. Make sure you get up with probation within 24 hours so you can get started, okay?
Yes.
Thank you. And you're free to go, sir.
Sorry about that, Your Honor. I'm used to just sending the pretrial diversion contract and them doing the plea agreement, but I'll make sure the plea agreement gets sent as well.
That's the first one I've ever done orally, just so you know. I usually do it in writing, but that's all right. We made it work.
Yes, Your Honor. My next client is Laura Wilson.
Okay.
And Cheryl Gooden for Laura Wilson.
On this one?
On Laura Wilson?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Sure.
Here in Crestview. We have been serving the area since 1999. We're an alternative health food store. If you're interested in bettering your health, we'd like to invite you to stop by. We're located in Court Plaza. Stop by and let us help you be healthy.
I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briar Patch Realty. Helping qualified heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
For more than 70 years, the sweet aroma of the Crestview Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs has permeated the downtown area. If you have not experienced the unique flavor of Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs, then I encourage you to join us for lunch. Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m., Friday from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m.,
and Saturday from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. We're located in historic downtown Crestview at 107 North Main Street. Call 850-683-1045.
CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer since 1999. We're state licensed and insured, family owned and operated with 24 years of local service. We specialize in shingles and metal, re-roofs, repairs, and leak specialists. For all of your roofing needs, call us today or visit our website at cqroofing.com. CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer.
Hey, I'm David at Family Vision of Crestview. We've been providing excellent optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
Ms. Wilson, raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm your testimony will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
You can put your hand down. My understanding is you wish to admit the violation and plead straight up to the court. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
I'm Laura Wilson and 6/15/87.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication? Do you understand by entering this admission, you give up your right to a hearing where the state would have to prove that you violated?
Yes.
And if for any reason you are in the country illegally, any plea or admission could affect your immigration status to include deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
You've spoken with your attorney, yes? And you understand by entering this admission, you are pleading straight up to the court, which means I could sentence you up to the statutory maximum, which in your case, I believe is 11 months, 29 days. I'm not saying I will do that, but if I hear enough facts to support that being a fair and lawful sentence, I could do that. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. What, if any, argument would you like to make, Ms. Gooden?
Your Honor, I'd like to take testimony from my client. Ms. Wilson, you were placed on probation?
Yes, ma'am.
And why did you have difficulty checking in?
Initially, it was because I was unable to contact anybody. I live in a different county, and I was told to contact within 24 hours after the court date. I went back home, and I was called later that day, and then again the next morning, and for a few weeks, I called over and over and over again and got no returned calls or was able to reach anybody, so I didn't know what was going on initially, and then it later became a transportation issue as my vehicle was damaged, and that was after the orientation that I did attend.
Now, your probation was in Fort Walton in Okaloosa County?
Yes.
What county did you live in at that time?
I was in Bay County.
Okay. And you said you had transportation issues?
Yes.
Other than you, did you have any family or friends that could take you to probation at that time?
At that initially, no. At that time, I did not. No.
Okay. And as far as
I had just moved there. I didn't really have anybody.
Okay. And basically, you went through a divorce or were in the process of a divorce?
Currently, so yes.
Okay. And therefore, you couldn't contact your spouse?
No, hence the
domestic violence injunction? Okay. Since then, one of the conditions was also that you sign up for a batters intervention program. Did you do that?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Okay. Did you provide that information to probation?
I did. I did that, and I was given a specific time and date to do that. I absolutely did it within that time and date with text, and I texted proof immediately to my probation officer, and when I got no response to that text, I even texted again to verify that they did get it, to which I also got no response.
And did you ever ask to be able to transfer your probation to
I did.
Bay County?
I did.
And what was their response?
She did agree to do that, but I wasn't given very much notice and had trouble, again, with the transportation issue when that happened.
Are all your fines and fees, to your knowledge, paid?
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
And are your other conditions done?
Yes, the only conditions I had, as I understood it, was just show up to the meetings monthly and to pay a monthly fee, and there was a little more than that for the initial setup, which is, again, is paid in full, and to sign up for that class, which I did. And they've fulfilled all of those things.
And did you have a job before going into jail?
I have a very good job, which I'm really on the verge of losing right now because of being in jail, but yes, I've been working steadily.
And you recently just were awarded visitation with your child? And in order to see your child, you need to be out?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. As far as the transportation issues, have you resolved or
Yes.
has your...
That has since been remedied fairly recently, but yes, it is absolutely remedied. I have a very reliable vehicle, and it was cleared to get my license set up.
If you have to re-sign up for the batter's intervention and repay for that, are you able to do that?
Absolutely. The money's not an issue. I'm willing to do that.
And how many days have you been in jail?
Today is 64.
Okay. No further questions, Your Honor.
Does the state have questions?
Yes, Your Honor. What is the job that you're doing now?
Do I face her? You, I'm sorry.
Oh, yes, you have to answer.
No, face. I don't know where else-
Oh, no, you're fine.
Okay, I am a gate analyst. I'm a kinesiologist, and I do gate analysis at a running specialty shop called Minutes and Miles.
And you've been able to keep employment even though you've been in jail for
Yes, at the risk of sounding, my boss loves me, and she's been willing to hold my job up to a certain point, but now that we're entering into kind of the tourist season over in Panama City, it's a little more pertinent that I be there, so she's kind of trying to figure out if I'm going to be coming back or not, because she's going to have to hire somebody else should I not be able to return soon.
And you do have reliable transportation?
I do now, yes. That's been secured, and yes, I have a reliable vehicle, and, my working on getting the license back, and that should be just a couple of weeks from that.
What's the name of the company you work for?
It's called Minutes and Miles.
Minutes and Miles, thank you.
I have a question to JCS. Do you have...
Well, hold on.
Oh, sorry.
Do you have any more questions for the defendant?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, have a seat. I'll let you call JCS as a witness. Ms. Wilson, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
You said you have a reliable vehicle, but you have no license.
I have the hardship thing, but I'm supposed to be able to get my regular license soon.
Are you able to drive lawfully?
Well, that's the other thing that changed. I do now also have somebody else that can drive me regularly without fail.
That's not my question. Are you able to drive lawfully?
Not currently, but that will be remedied very soon. And again, transportation's not an issue because I do also have somebody that can absolutely 100% get me where I need to go right now.
Okay. I was confused about the batter's intervention because you said that you signed up and you had done it, but then you said...
I was confused about the wordage in that as well.
Did you complete batter's intervention?
No, I just signed up. I had signed up for it when she told me to sign up for it by a certain day and time. She told me I needed to sign up for it. And
She being probation?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Sorry,
Mhm.
I apologize. Yes, she had told me, I think it was the 9th by like 3 or something in the afternoon I was supposed to sign up.
And then did you go?
I did it. Well, the class hadn't started yet. It didn't start for another couple of weeks after that.
Okay, but did you go?
Well, I ended up in jail. Before.
So the answer is no.
No, I hadn't started yet because the date that they gave me to start, I can't remember the exact dates, I apologize, but there was a waiting list to begin the class.
Mm-hmm.
And so because of that waiting list, I had not actually begun the class. I did sign up for it, but I was in jail before I was able to start attending.
So when you said I was discharged because it had been over a month?
No, that was, initially I had signed up for the class because I knew that was a stipulation of my probation, but when I was unable to even begin probation, I held off on attending that class, so they scratched me from that list. That was the one in Fort Walton Beach that I had initially signed up for.
Because you were put on probation
a while
in
before.
July.
Yes, and that's why I was frustrated because I was trying to get hold of them for a very long time to get started and could not get an answer on where to go or when or anything.
Okay, so when they allege in the affidavit that you had scheduled reports August 8th, August 22nd, September 30th, October 21st, November 22nd, December 6th, that you failed to report for, are you saying that's incorrect?
I had no knowledge of most of those appointments, honestly. The
So
orientation.
who would they have scheduled those appointments with?
I don't know who, I mean, because I had no knowledge of them until the orientation. I had zero knowledge.
When was your orientation?
I don't know the exact date. I was hoping he did. I can't remember the exact date.
No, once you're on probation, Ms. Wilson, that's you, not your attorney.
No, I understand. Like I said, I have it on my date book at home when the orientation was. I can't off the top of my head recall. I do know that the dates that I had missed prior to the orientation, I knew nothing about.
Okay. Do either of the attorneys have additional questions based on mine?
No, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor. You said that you were going to be able to get your business purpose license soon. How do you know that?
My what?
Your hardship license.
Oh, no, I had that already, and then I was, whenever the, this whole mess was concurrent with something out of Washington County, and they told me I could get my license back, I just have to go to the DMV.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
No further questions for the defendant.
Any other witnesses, Ms. Gooden?
No, Your Honor.
Did the state have another witness?
JCS.
Raise your right hand for me. Do you swear or affirm your testimony will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Put your hand down.
Just one question. Do you have it?
Wait, first introduce yourself for the record and explain where you work.
Okay, my name is Ms. Freitas, and I work for JCS Probation.
Okay, now you can ask yours.
Sorry.
That's
Thank
okay.
you, Your Honor. Just one question. Do you have it in your record that the defendant did actually sign up for Batterer's Intervention Program?
What's in our records is text message between Ms. Wilson and her probation officer. She said that she was signing up for it. She asked if she could go online. She was advised that it was supposed to be in person and that she had a link to do it online. She kept being advised that it had to be in person. And she said that she did sign up, but on December 9th, she said, my enrollment expired apparently. I need help getting enrolled. We do not help getting them enrolled. We provide all the information.
Okay, thank you. No further questions, Your Honor.
Who were the when were those text messages? If you can see.
With the ones that I just stated, it was on December 9th.
All that was December 9th?
Right.
Okay, thank you. Any questions, Ms. Gooden?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Any other witnesses from the state?
No, Your Honor.
Does the state wish to make argument regarding sentencing?
Based on the following, the state would also agree with JCS.
Which the recommendation is what?
Revoke and terminate probation, waive non-monetary requirements, monetary requirements to collection, 180 days in Okaloosa County Jail with credit for time served, adjudication of guilt, $50 VOPT, and $50 COPT.
Ms. Gooden?
Your Honor, we're asking that the court take into consideration that my client has done 60 days in the county jail. She's paid all her fines and court costs. At the time of her incarceration, she had signed up for the Batterer's Intervention Program, but for the incarceration in Washington, I believe is what where she was initially and then transported over. She would have began those classes in person. She has transportation. She has, from what her testimony is, that she has the ability to drive now.
Oh, no, she said she does not have the ability to drive. She has someone who would drive her.
Her testimony was that she was told by Washington she could go to the DMV and get a hardship license.
Right, but when I asked her if she was lawfully able to drive right now, the answer was no.
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead, I'm sorry.
But as the court stated, she has someone who can drive her to and from probation.
Very reliably.
We would ask the court to sentence time served, restore to probation, and allow her to complete the batter's intervention program, which is specifically what she needed at the time.
It was specifically what she needed at the time, but quite frankly, I don't find her a reliable witness. I don't believe that probation was unavailable to her for 4 months, and they randomly scheduled appointments with someone else. And I've heard nothing from anyone other than defendant that she has reliable transportation now, and that transportation is not her. So I am going to accept the admission, adjudicate her guilty, revoke and terminate the probation, waiving non-monetary requirements and sending monetary requirements to collections. She will be sentenced to 180 days in the Okaloosa County Jail with credit for time served and assessed a $50 violation of probation fee and $50 cost of prosecution.
Is it, may I speak? Am I allowed to speak on this, or is it done?
It's done.
It's done, but
Is there any way I could speak on this at all?
It's not going to change my sentence, but you're always welcome to say whatever you'd like.
Okay. I don't know why this isn't being looked at. I can prove that I did sign up for that class on the day and time given. It's proof. There's a photo of the place I signed up with, and I mean, as far as, I don't know who she was contacting with these appointment times, I never ever got any contact about them. I tried and tried and tried. I have call logs showing all the calls.
Okay.
I mean, that can all be proven that
But you didn't. You didn't prove it today, and your testimony is not enough for me. So the court sentence will remain. Thank you.
So when do I get out then?
they'll calculate. Thank you, Your Honor. That's all I have.
Is that your only case today? Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Nopes? Oh, hi.
I expected it, Judge. Judge, I've got two others that I'm covering for, so if I could do those first, that way I won't forget them.
Sure.
Jason Cobb, Judge, he's got two, I guess 24 CT 2178.
Do you have a name?
And actually, I don't see, let's see one name, Palmer.
Palmer? Okay.
Yep.
The other name is going to be Star Sailor.
Okay.
Robert Palmer, got it.
So he's asking for continuance on the Palmer.
416?
416 or?
Are you Mr. Palmer?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good. So Mr. Palmer, Mr. Cobb couldn't be here today. He's asking me to move your case for a month.
Okay.
So I was going to continue it to April 16th.
Okay.
You good with that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Thank
See you back then.
Have a good day.
Are you saying 416?
416, April?
April 16th?
Yeah.
I thought you said earlier the 15th to somebody, so I was just trying to make sure.
Oh, no.
That's fine. And then the other gentleman, he's handling 2 felonies with David Snell, and he's trying to work out a global result.
Are you Mr. Sailor? No. Okay, so Star Sailor will be 416 as well.
Okay. And then Ryan Hardy, Judge, he's got Vince Ramirez. He says he's going to plea in felony court on the 27th. He just needs a control date.
On the 27th of this month?
I'm assuming this month.
Okay, so 416.
And Judge, I almost told him I wasn't going to cover for him because he texted and said the reason he needed help was that they were on a train between London and Paris. But I took a deep breath and I said, I'm still going to cover you.
It's fine, Mr. Hardy.
Judge, I've got, my cases are William Locke. Judge, I need to pay the $69.99 in restitution, and Mr. Locke's got money with me that I can take care of that. I went to the clerk's office to try to pay it. And
hey, Mr. Locke.
y'all got to do something, or the clerks in here's got to do something so I can go pay it.
A pay slip, probably.
Right.
She said it's going to take a minute. So
That's fine. Just if we could just pass him and we'll come back.
all right, we'll come right back to you, Mr. Locke.
Okay. Judge, I then have Mr. Stevens, which is a BUI. Judge,
George Stevens?
Yes, George Stevens.
Okay.
24 MM 1819. Judge, Josh had offered a reckless driving, and I told him that we could, not reckless driving, reckless boating, and he and I were discussing what the penalty would be, and I texted him back and told him that my guy's works on base, he's a contractor, and they're hard timing him as security people. So I told him that all we could accept would be a withhold and some court cost. I understand. And then Josh moved, and then he never responded back, so I'm assuming he got put somewhere else in felonies or
I think
something.
he's in felony in Crestview.
Right, so I don't know what the state's position is today, or if they need a little more time to decide if they could live with a withhold and court cost.
So, as of right now, without talking to my supervisor, it'd be an adjudication of guilt, a $200 fine, $280 in court costs, 6 months probation, 50 hours of community service, and substance abuse evaluation and any recommended treatment.
You could email me that.
Sure.
And then I'll talk to my guy, but I can tell you that we may end up having to go to trial. I mean, this is the guy, I said, best video I've ever seen, 34 years.
Same guy?
Same guy.
That's how old this case is. 'Cause you
I
did
know,
say that
I've been
first.
trying to settle this, since May 13th.
May 13th. All right, so I'm going to go to 416. If we can't work that out, which it sounds like we can't, we'll go to trial in May. We'll get it done before the year's over for him.
Judge, I promise you we're going to get over
Okay.
with before the year's over, I promise.
I like.
Then I've got Vonda Westfall, 24 CT 2838. Judge, I don't see it in my Clio file, but I thought I got discovery, but I need a little more time to talk with her, because I don't remember seeing the discovery, but.
416?
Yes, that'll be fine.
Okay.
Judge, I then have Natalie Zimmerman. Judge, she's present. Judge, there's an outstanding warrant. The state has filed a second-degree felony case. Her co-defendants have turned themselves in, and they both were released on, one was released on a $1,500 signature bond, I believe, and then another one, I couldn't tell if it was signature or professional, but she's here to turn herself in, and we'd ask that she be allowed the same signature bond that the others were allowed.
I'm going to do that, Ms. Zimmerman, just so you know, you are going to have to go with the deputies, but you'll be processed out from this building, so you'll be able to sign out from here today. You won't have to go to Crestview. Okay?
It'd be just a little bit of time, okay?
Can you guys tell me where I do that? Just anywhere? And then do you want me to move her case to 416?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Judge, I believe that's all I've got.
Is that right?
I'm gonna come back, though. I'm gonna go try to pay that. How long should I give them?
It's gonna be in there, we actually need all the information, case number, the address, the amount.
So the victim, the amount is $69.99.
That's correct.
You have the case number? Unlock, Angie? So who is the victim and what is their address?
Whiskey Barn.
The Whiskey Barn, Your Honor, and it's 315.
H32548.
I believe it's 48, Your Honor.
Can we just? We'll be right back. Mr. Browning?
Thank you.
Well, sir, I know you're standing there. Did you have a case with Mr. Nopes?
Yes, I do.
What's your name?
James Carter.
Judge,
Carter?
this is the case that the state, I don't know why, I don't think it's on the docket today.
Sorry, Corey.
But it's been set for pretrial, but then the state is trying to track down more videos.
I don't have that case on my docket today.
I'll look it up, tell him when.
Okay, so have a seat, sir, and he's going to speak with you in just a minute, okay? Okay, Mr. Browning?
Yes, thanks, Judge. Corey Browning for Teresa Griffin.
Okay.
I'm going to leave her set without subs, Judge, for docket day. I've got everything. I just need to review the discovery.
4-2 without?
Cody Ladner, same judge, leave it set with docket day without subs.
4-2 without?
Carson Oldnettle. leave it set without subs, Judge. This one, I've requested his medical records. He was transported to the hospital via MS, and I've requested them, just haven't received them yet.
4-2 without?
We'll just keep it moving. Chad Riley, if I have a moment, Judge, I've got a written plea agreement. I get the state to sign. Judge, when's your trial week?
For the week after 7, I think? 4/7.
It auto-filled it because it's, he was listed in our system, so it auto-fills that. Yeah, first judge.
4/7 is my trial week.
Yeah, first judge.
Yes, but I also have a civil trial and I'm covering all selectors. So it's gonna be fun to see what all happens. We'll see if I'm fungible. DUI, 505, 13. Perfect. Okay.
Julia Scheidel, SCH Scheidel.
Your Honor, may we approach on this one?
Sure. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay.
4-2 without. Gregory Schlau. Judge, leave that set without subs for anticipated plea.
Okay.
Amanda Strickland Figueroa.
Yep.
We'll set it for trial, Judge, with subpoenas.
4-2 with. Can you make sure she's here that day so she can formally reject any pleas on the
Okay.
record for me?
Okay. Thomas Trussell. And we're going to leave him set with subpoenas, Judge.
4-2 with subpoenas?
Okay, I believe that's all I have. Can I put it? Yes, okay.
Yep.
Thanks,
Thank
Judge.
you.
Good seeing you.
Mr. Sanders?
I'm Daniel, good morning, Daniel Martinez, Rusty Sanders on behalf of him in 25 CT 148. May I approach with a written plea?
Yes. Daniel Martinez Hernandez, right? Can you, yeah, this is Martinez Hernandez. Do you need that Hernandez on his name? I don't want them to reject. Yeah, and he signed, I think that's supposed to be Hernandez, right? Can I, you good with me doing it? That way. I got you. No, that's okay. I just want to make sure it didn't come back on us. All right, anything else, Mr. Sanders?
No, ma'am, thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Grant? Alyssa Grant, there you go.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm here.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, how are you? Let me just get these cases pulled back up. Sorry, I'm in court in Holmes, Zoom, and Leon, so I got a lot going on today.
You are good.
All right, Okaloosa, Judge Mason.
I think your first one's going to be Norman Nufio Ramos.
Oh, okay, yes, Your Honor. My assistant has actually spoken to the state on this one, and I think we'll have it resolved. If we can just have the next date to get the plea entered. He will need to come in because it is a jail offer, and he'll be doing weekends, so we do need just a little additional time to get him, back to the county so that he can do that.
Okay, April 16th. And then Manuel.
That works perfect.
Yep, perfect. And then Manuel Ruiz Cardoso.
Yes, we sent the plea agreement over to the state, signed, notarized, with fingerprints, and they should have it present there in court for you.
They do?
Your Honor, we do. I'm just making sure Ms. Rodriguez had to step out. Let me just make sure that an ASA can sign this. I do know that this is his.
Well, I need the state to sign it, though. Yeah, right here.
Oh, did I miss it, Judge? I'm sorry.
Well, it's confusing, but right there. Because it's under the notary, usually it's over the notary.
Oh, I didn't miss it.
Is that all you have with me, Ms. Grant?
That is all I have today, Your Honor.
Yes. All right, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. You have a great day.
You too. Ms. Smallwood?
Good morning, Your Honor. I am here on behalf of Jakara Potter, case number 24-4285 She has a waiver of appearance on file. This case is with Ms. Priscilla Rodriguez.
Yes. She stepped out for a minute, but Ms. Sharpless is standing up.
In this particular matter, Your Honor, this defendant was rearrested on a felony warrant, case number 25540CF on Sunday, that stems from the same facts and circumstances. They're accused of petty theft from several locations in a certain time frame, including this particular case. So today I would like to make an ora tennis motion to transfer to circuit court and consolidate this matter. It is from the exact same facts and circumstances in the same day. So this case should be with that felony case.
Is this part of that group that's alleged to have gone to a bunch of different stores?
Vo, Zimmerman, Potter, and one more. Yes, ma'am. I can't remember the fourth. Zimmerman was just taken into custody on her felony. Yes, ma'am.
I believe Your Honor had them at first appearance either yesterday.
I have one of them, yep.
So yes, so at this point, again, we're making an ora tennis motion to transfer to circuit to be consolidated with that case because it is from the same facts and circumstances.
So the state is making a face on me. I'm not sure that they have all that information. But I will take your motion under advisement. I'm going to continue it to 4/16, and if the state decides between now and then to go ahead and transfer, that'll be done before then, so you won't have to worry about it.
And Your Honor, if she wants to file that motion formally, I believe that will be stipulated. I do know that there were talks yesterday at the office that this did happen the same day. It does have a different offense number, though, I believe, which may be
part of the confusion, yeah.
a sticky situation. But off the top of my head right now, without looking at everything, I don't believe there will be an issue with consolidating this with the felony. She just needs to get with Ms. Rodriguez on that.
Okay, so I'll
I believe I heard most of what she said, that she would like me to file a formal motion. It most likely may be stipulated upon further investigation by the state. I didn't quite hear everything, but I think that's what I got from it.
I think that's what I got from it, too.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Otherwise, we're set for April 16.
There you go, perfect.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all I have, if I can be excused.
You may, thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Pryor. David?
Sorry. Yes, ma'am. Let's try and unmute.
You got some good news for me?
Everything's paid off.
Okay, so let's just double check. Is that what the state, or the clerk is showing? I show 19 MM2857, total outstanding is 0.
This is David Pryor, Your Honor.
Mhm. Okay, the clerk is confirming, and I am seeing zero balances on all these cases. It looks like receipts were done around March 14th. So all of his worthless check cases have been paid in full. Does that do anything for the state?
It does, Your Honor. Sorry.
You're showing that too, right, Angie? Okay.
Yes, it's 0.
No, I need the case numbers.
19 MM 2860, 2858, and 2857.
For all those case numbers, because of the zero balance, the state will be no profit.
All right, Mr. Pryor, 6 years later, but they're all done. Well done, sir.
Sorry.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you sticking with us.
Thank you, ma'am.
And all the
You have a
failures,
wo-
and no action on any of the failures to appear. So those are all dismissed as well.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm off to surgery.
Enjoy. Good luck to you, sir.
Thanks. Have a wonderful day.
Mr. David,
Yes, Your Honor, thank you. Guess we saved the best for last.
I guess so.
I've got Ms. Rios Penaloza on your docket for a TR case.
Mhm.
If you'll recall, we resolved her CT DUI case on 2/12 of this year, and the TR case that's been left outstanding, we should have asked to merge and dismiss, Your Honor. If we could do that for Ms. Rios Penaloza, we would
Yeah.
be grateful.
Happy to, but will you give me the CT number?
I will, Your Honor. It's 24 CT 2502.
So the court will merge and dismiss 24 TR 11706 with the previously entered plea in 24 CT 2502.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Is that all you had?
No, Your Honor. I'm
Oh.
also here on behalf of Ms. Molly Yeski for Mr. Brody Ponder. I believe we were waiting on what the state contemplated on the record as a potential dismissal
Or discovery? We're waiting on.
or discovery. Either one will work.
Yep.
We sent discovery on 3/17.
Okay. And then also Mr. Ramirez was continued to today for that discovery?
I think for the same issue, yes, Your Honor.
So the next court date for Mr. Ponder will be 4/14. And then on Mr. Ramirez, did discovery get sent?
Yes, Your Honor. 3/17 as well.
And the state has no announcement in Mr. Brody Ponder?
I'll take that as a no.
No.
So 4/14 on both of those cases.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all I have, Your Honor, if I might be excused.
You may. All right, so I'm just waiting on Mr. Locke.
Yes, we have these.
Okay, so we will just be in recess.
Your Honor, I do have a written plea agreement in Lopez Barrios.
Sure.
With Ms. Devaney.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. All right, so we will be in recess until Mr. Nopes returns. Yep.
You have a good one.